Well, I did it. What's that, you ask? I think I finally figured out what stars really are. But if you're still of the belief that stars are burning balls of gas trillions of miles away, you should scroll past this one. But if you know they're not, this one's for you. Now, what I first need to show you is that over the course of the past 2 years, I have had so many spiritual experiences and encounters that it's blown my mind. Like this one here, where I literally prayed to God after fasting for 50 hours to show me that my dog was okay. And I just happened to zoom in on the sun because of these crepuscular rays, and I looked right there. And it wasn't just a dog, it was literally my dog. And I have had so many spiritual moments like this, like I said, over the past several months to years. So when I go into detail on what I asked God to show me involving the stars and how we get here, maybe you'll have an open mind enough to know that I'm not just making stuff up. So one night I was going to bed, and it was shortly after I had seen this video of what an egg looks like, the moment of conception. And to me, it was clear, this isn't just the moment of some chemical reaction. This is our soul entering into a womb. So as I said, I was going to sleep, and as I was going to sleep, I prayed. And I said to God, God, give me a memory, give me a glimpse, show me something on how my soul came to be in this body. And somewhere between falling asleep and being awake, I had a vision. And it wasn't me daydreaming, and it wasn't a dream. It was a literal vision. And it was me up in what I would call the heavens. And I was in front of this ginormous pool, a huge pool. And it was perfectly sky blue. And it was octagonal, hexagonal. I don't remember the exact shape, but it looked something like this. And where at first it seemed like a vision, it then became a memory. I could remember having feelings of trepidation about getting in and a little bit of hesitation. And then what I realized is that I was literally getting into a sky blue pool portal for my soul to come down into this realm. And the only other memory that I was given with it is that I remember feeling like there was a mission that I was coming down here for, and that I had to do my absolute best to remember it, even though I was told I would forget it. Now, I woke up that next morning, and that memory was burned in me. It wasn't a dream, it wasn't a vision. I was given back a memory of before I came here. And at this point, I had already known that there were waters above and the firmament above, and that stars looked like they were in water, but I had never thought anything about them being portals for our souls to enter this realm. Now, here's where this story gets amazing, is I had never heard anyone talk about this, and I had never talked about this with anyone. And a couple weeks pass, and I get a lot of DMs, a lot of messages about people wanting to share things with me and show me videos, and I don't get to a lot of them. But I just happened to read one, and it was someone wanting to tell me their experience about how they had a memory of before they got here. And I didn't say a word to this person about my memory and my vision. And as they described it to me, it was verbatim, the exact same vision and memory that I was given. The only difference is they remembered being very young, like childlike, getting into this pool portal in the sky. Where my memory, I was more around this age, or what would seem like 30s or 40s. And then just a few short weeks later, I came across this video. Again, someone that had no contact or no thoughts or no knowledge of what I had experienced.
And, we believe, or at least I believe that, life begins at conception, but the Bible actually says, contradictory to that as well, that before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. And so to your point of us being an energy source, like what were we before we were? Were we an energy source? Not physical, not tangible, not citable, just like existing and waiting for God to bring us into fruition,
Is this our test, right? Is this like us? We were sitting with him and knew him. He knew us. All right, your memory is suppressed. I'm throwing you down there. Prove yourself. If you didn't know anything about this, would you still be able to do what's right down there in that world of temptation?
Wow. Will you eventually, will you be connected to me enough to recognize my existence amongst everything that goes against me?
Yes, chills.
Not only did that video feel like it confirmed what I experienced, but there's two more pieces to the puzzle about me asking questions as I'm going to bed and getting two different answers. And one of them was, why do we come here? And I got an answer, we come here to forget. And it was clear as day a voice. And now I don't know if it was God, if it was my higher self, it was an angel, but I don't hear voices a lot, but there was a very clear and distinct voice that said, we come here to forget. And then they also said, you are given intentional amnesia. And it aligns so much with what that video just showed and what this next video I'm going to show you also confirms with what I experienced. Now, this gentleman, Darius Wright, is making the rounds a lot right now. He's been on a lot of podcasts and he claims to have a lot of out-of-body experiences. And while I agree with a lot, he says I don't agree with everything, but I definitely agree with what he explains here in relation to what I witnessed and remembered.
There is a face to this realm. You could say there is a dome, a firmament above. That's how I've been shown many times. And now when people think of what the text has said in the Bible of the earthly realm, the firmament, waters above, water below, like that's what I've seen. And that's what I've seen many times, and how the celestial bodies are all fixed points within the firmament above us. And these fixed points, stars, are actually dimensional portal access points. Same reason why certain structures, pyramids were aligned to them, because we have a total of 12 realms here. You could say 12 heavens, and the 13th being the container. And how they were able to bring down entities, let's say the seraphims, the angels, the realm of Eden beings, the angelic beings, is that they were pulling them down from the higher realms into the physical realm here.
Now, again, what he says, I have no relation to or no connection to, and it confirms what I was given a memory of. Now, here's where this gets a little crazy. If you've seen any of my videos, you know that I see dog images in the stars. There's one right there. Dog images. Now, this video I'm about to show you, I think, fully explains why I am seeing dog images in the dog star, because perhaps this is the dog soul portal and how their souls get to this realm.
The first time I saw photos like these, I thought they were AI generated until I researched further. They're called ITC photos, led by researcher Hans Kennis. This work is both intriguing and very simple to do, so I had to give it a go. The next few are mine, and although they aren't as clear as other more experienced photographers, they are interesting nonetheless. Check out the clarity of the hippo's eye. So, how does it work? Well, you need a light source like an oven light, a silver pan with water filled about a quarter of the way, a spoon or something to stir the water with, and a phone to take photos mid-action. Let's look at the grizzly bear I got. I agitated the water, I took photos on live, so I'm going through them frame by frame until I see something recognizable. The ancient Greeks, Egyptians, Nubians, and other cultures used water bowls for hydromancy. Kennis suggests this is a type of spooky action at a distance, where particles are entangled and the images photographed are the view of the entangled particle, which could be thousands of miles away or even in a different realm.
So now I finally know why I see dogs in stars, especially the dog star Sirius, because this is the dog soul portal, and their souls have been entangled where we see the remnants of their souls in the waters above. And you know what? I don't want to taint this one by saying entertainment purposes, because I am dead serious. And there's my dog Tillman.